Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris Man. As always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. Today I have another guitar for sale. And this is an interesting story behind this guitar. Because like I told you guys, I try to help people. I'm not a greedy bastard. You know, when I tell you I'm going to do something, I do it. I give it my best effort to try to do it, you know. And here's an interesting story. Like I told you, I have people that, well, I just tell a story, try to make it short. A friend of mine who's a fellow musician, he's a drummer, and he knows a guy that father played guitar, and he passed away recently. So they were selling some of his stuff to help pay for the funeral. And this was one of his guitars. Might be the only one, I'm not sure. But some people, they like to keep stuff as memorabilia. And some people don't want to keep stuff because it brings back memories that are painful. So I guess that was the case with this gentleman, because he said he wanted to sell some of his father's items to help pay or offset the funeral costs. So my buddy contacted me and said, would you be interested? I said, well, you know, I'm trying to get up out of my house and I'm selling my stuff, you know, and I'm just not in the market to take anything right now. So he said, well, can you help him? I said, well, you know, that's a good idea. You know, I'll go on my channel and I'll see if any viewers are interested in the guitar. Now, before I did that, I checked the guitar out, you know, and the first thing appealed to me was the color. Now, this might look seafoam green, but this is actually dolphin blue. I don't know why those two guitars look like each other, because the dolphin blue looks like a blue guitar. I mean, it looks like the seafoam green, which is dolphin blue. And when I have seafoam green, it looks dolphin blue, you know, but this is actually dolphin blue. Now, that's the first thing that caught my eye, because I said it's very hard or rare to find a seafoam green and you don't pay through the nose for it. Because vendors sell them and they $700, $800, $900, $1,200, $2,000. Really no other big brands or worthy brands sell them. You can get a seafoam green from a company called, what's that company? Sawtooth. They don't make really good guitars, you know. Or should I say they entry level. I'm not going to knock them, you know, because they are in the price range where they should be. Not like some guitars. And there's another company, TAGIMA, I think something like that. And you get Dolphin. And I've had people that played them, they weren't impressed. So SX guitars are like J Tercey guitars, because before I started raving about J Tercey guitars, great value, well put together. They're not amateur guitars. It was XX guitars. It was the same thing. They sound good, they feel good, and they don't cost an arm and a leg. So when my buddy showed me the guitar, I said, yeah, I can probably sell it. And I'm looking at it once I cleaned up, because it was kind of dirty and strings is all off, you know, because nobody hadn't played it, because he had went blind before he passed away from complications from diabetes. So, you know, I cleaned it up, put strings on it, and I'm looking at the value at about $200. I'm going to tell you why. Again, it's hard to find this color in a decent playing guitar, unless you're going to spend a lot of money on Fender guitars. And then you got people that's trying to pawn off those shitty ass bullets, you know, for in these colors. So I said, yeah, I'm looking at probably $200, and here's another reason why. Look at this headstock. You can't get this anymore. They stopped selling those here in the United States about 15 years ago, because I think Fender sued them, because they said the headstock was too similar to their headstock. So they wouldn't sell them. They stopped selling in the United States. And they got a newer version that they sell in the United States, and the headstock is awful. It's one of the ugliest headstocks I've ever seen, you know? So it's hard to get this now. You go on eBay right now and you can't find one. I seen one about 2 months ago, and it was had the headstock, and it was being shipped out from Germany. It's like $150 just for the shipping. So that's another thing that caught my eye about this guitar. And also the neck is like the J Tercero vintage series, because this is a vintage series too. Let's stick it here. They got the same headstock. Oh, the same neck. It's a lacquer or lacquer on it. It's smooth. This is one of the nicest necks I've ever played, and this neck is by far better than a Bullet. And it's actually, I go as far as to say it's better than the Squire Infinity. This neck feels great, and it looks great. So I first initially said about $200 because of the red color, and this is a quality guitarist. It's standard weight, and then it's the SS, which is hard to find with this headstock. So after further cleaning up and inspecting it, I said, well, you know what? We're knocked $50 off for some minor stuff. It's nothing major. The plate is missing. You even got the screws still in there. You get a plate on eBay all day long for about $5-10, so that ain't a big deal. And then the other little problem is when you turn the volume, because they haven't played it in a while, so it's a little staticky. But what I'm going to do is, it's not staticky. Is when you turn it, almost high up, because I always have mine all the way up. If I need to tone down, I tone down from my volume source, meaning my amplifier, my preamp. Because if you turn down the knob, you're turning down your tone. Unless you like that tone where when you turn it down, the tone gets soft and it's not as bright and crystal clear and cut through the mix, that's fine. But 100% of the time, I crank mine up to 10 and leave it. Like I said, if I need to turn it down in the mix, I turn it down from the amplifier or the preamp. So that's not a big deal. And all that is there's dust in the pots. That's it. I will attempt to take these screws up and blow a little air in there to kind of, loosen it up. But that's not a big deal. Like I said, crank it up to 10. I mean, if for some reason this kind of sours you, you just take it to Guitar Center. They give you spend about 5 minutes, charge you about $20 to blow that out, and you good. So I said it'd be a good deal, a good price at $150, because this thing feels great. Because when I first started to string it up with brand new strings, I was worried that the neck might be jacked. If the action real high or something wrong, ain't nothing wrong with this. The action is really, really comfortable. It's pretty good. It's really good. But so I told him I put it on my channel, sell it for $150 plus $50 shipping and handling. I can't unfortunately ship to California. It costs too much. So if anybody's interested, because I'll leave a link down here so you guys can hear me play this. I did a OJ song, I Want You Here With Me, one of my favorite OJ songs. And I did it on this guy's guitar. It sounds great, And I didn't tell him this, as a result of, the reason why he's parting with some of this stuff. Like I said, to offset his father's funeral. If nobody buys it on my channel within 5 days, I'm going to take it off, keep it, and give him the money. I'm not in the market for a guitar, but, it's a worthy cause. And the bottom line is, in 5 days, the guitar will be gone or still here, and I give him $150 for the funeral. But I like it. And that's one reason why if nobody buys it in 5 days, I'll keep it, because there's always going to be exceptions as far as, I thought you wouldn't buy no more Morris, and you're trying to get rid of them. That's true, but every now and then there's going to be some exceptions, and this is one, because the first thing that caught my attention was the color of the guitar. And it ain't a cheap guitar, because it's hard to find Dolphin blue and Seafoam green and a guitar that don't cost you $700, So I'm like, hey, if nobody buys it, I'll definitely keep it, because like I said, the only thing I had to do was just do a little cleaning, because they hadn't played it, but it had been put, I guess, in the corner for a while. And, I brought it back to life. It looks great, and it sounds great. Let's make some really good guitars and some great bass guitars. So if you're interested, $150, $50 shipping and handling. My PayPal is right down there. If you're interested, leave me a comment. Hey, Morris, man, I want that, because I love those unique colors, Seafoam green and Dolphin blue. And then I'll put Solar Cross there, and then I'll ship it out the very next business day, United States Postal. Please be sure when you send your money in that message box, put your full name, your address, and put your email down there too. If for some reason I have a question or you might need to want to reach me, put all that stuff in there, because sometimes people forget it. When they do, it throws this off by days. And most of the guys, all you guys that buy from me, you know, Morris Man don't drag feet when it comes to shipping your stuff. It goes out the very next day. Sometimes it goes out the same day. No later than the second day, unless something has happened that have delayed it. And I've only ever had that happen once the entire time I've been shipping guitars, and that's because a blizzard was coming. You know, so the truss got stalled out there in that snow. But I'll leave a link down here so you guys can hear me play it. My PayPal information is right down there. Please include your shipping and handling information. Like I said, I'll try to blow out the pots before I ship it, but I can't guarantee that it still will have that slight issue. And again, that's just simply from not playing the guitar. It's not that the wires are shorting out or anything wrong. It's dust deposit, you know. That happens all the time. That's pretty quite common thing. But other than that, nothing wrong with this guitar. Nothing's wrong with this guitar. No neck issues, no nothing else issues other than, like I said, the volume thing. And that'll go away eventually when you just keep turning it, really. So again, $150 shipping and handling, PayPal right down there, link information right down there. If you got any questions, just leave me a message down here. Because like I said, today is Thursday. So 5 days, if nobody buys it, I'm going to take this video down. I'm going to keep it. I mean, I actually want to keep it anyway. But like I said, I'm moving and, you know, I'm trying to get rid of my drums. I went in my garage and said, man, I still got to get rid of these drums, you know, because the old Morris Man would have done this. And that guy died 2 years ago. He would have gave it to somebody. But now after experiencing what I've experienced with the people that call themselves my friends and strangers, fuck them. You know, that's what Joe says. Joe said, dude, you too nice to people. You got to tell them fuck them sometimes, you know, because they take advantage of your kindness and they look at that as weakness, which is not. You're just a kind-hearted, old-fashioned kind-hearted dude. You know, so I have to sometimes refrain from being the kind-hearted guy, because I'm going to say this quickly about my neighbor. The car he had before the one he just bought, he got it stuck in the snow. And I don't understand why he kept trucking back and forth to the garage. When you got like 3 feet of snow out there, you leave your car in front of the house, you know, until it starts to melt, because they don't do no cleaning in the alley here. And he kept going back and forth, and his car got stuck, and it's right behind my garage, and it caught on fire. I came home. I just happened to be coming home from the store, and I see a blaze. What the hell? And he's outside crying because his car is on fire and it's toast. And I seriously considered, because I was about to get me another car, I was going to give him my car. That's the kind of guy that I am. But I'm like, you know what? After I've been treated the way I've been treated by him and some other people, you know, I'm like, no, I got to refrain from being the kind-hearted person that I am. Sometimes I just got to bag off and walk away and say, no, that's not my problem. It's not my issue. I'm not coming here to solve it, you know, because it's not my place to do that. You know, but like I said, if nobody takes it, because I thought I would offer it to you guys first. If nobody takes it, I'm going to take it. You know, this is going to be the exception, because this thing feels good. It has nice weight to it. I don't even think I stuck it up here. Okay, I'm going to set off now. Like I said, just that minor issue with the plate and dust on the volume thing. That's why I shaved $50 off, because I was like, you know, I make the deal more attractive. Even though, again, those things are minor. Most of us don't even put the plate back on, because we like to just thread our string straight through quickly. But if you want to people it, you got to have your plate in the back. Like I said, $5 at Guitar Center. Or even on eBay, you can order it and it'll be here in less than 5 days. So until next time, take care and thanks for watching.